Let me tell you something about this one right here. This is my most recent one. This one. My jeweler hit me up the other day. I think it was yesterday morning. I said, "What's up?" He said, "You need to go and get that most recent cable reappraised." I said, "Oh yeah?" He said, "Yeah, the price of gold is up right now. So that joint is gonna be up around the area of like 41,000. I just want you to go get appraised and get it documented so you can report that to the insurance company if something happens." But I only paid 27. It's probably been like 9 months. It's worth 41 now. Let me tell you something about this one right here. This is my most recent one.
Man, I got to tell y'all, man, I don't care how it's perceived. You could call me a hater, you could call me a journalist, but growing up in Washington, D.C., we kind of specialize in fashion and jewelry and things like that. Since we were little kids, we specialize in fashion and jewelry. I've been wearing 10-karat jewelry, 18-karat jewelry, 24-karat jewelry since I was 6, 7 years old. My father and my mother, they specialize in things like that. Anyway, to get to the point, this dude, Goofy TV, this dude, Jamil Lindsay, call himself Gully TV. This dude claims that he got a chain, a cable chain, right, for $21,000, if I'm not mistaken, 9 months ago. He said within 9 months is now worth $41,000. I don't want to confuse a lot of y'all that's not mathematicians, but that is more than a 120% increase. That's almost unheard of in gold, right? But the point that I want to make is that if you listen to the gold on his chains, if you listen to the gold around his neck, it jingles like paper clips. He got an imitation chain similar to that same chain that Jay-Z has with the little star. He got crusted diamonds, chips of diamonds. Those are not real diamonds. He can't hold it up to you like this and show you a diamond. We ain't gonna get into the diamonds because we talking about gold, right? But if you look at some of them chains that some of them rappers got that's particularly shaped like his, some of those chains, the big boy rappers, they are solid. So in solid gold, more than likely, it may be 24-karat gold, which is going to be the purest gold. This dude is walking around with less than pure gold. You can tell by the way it shakes on his neck. It shakes like it's paper clips, right? But he is telling his supporters and his followers, some people that may believe him, definitely not a person like me that has any intellect, that the gold jumped, his gold jumped from $20-something thousand to $41,000, right? Remember these numbers, $41,000. He lives in a house that, according to Google, only has $38,000 in equity in it. It's his mama's house. It was purchased in 1996. It was built in 1921. He has a smoke detector in his mother's house that he should be taking care of his mother's house, right? It will be his house one day, maybe, right? He has a smoke detector in that house that batteries has not been replaced in at least 6 or 7 years.
This one, this one, this one.
You can go back and listen to all his old videos. There's a perpetual titty in the background. Boy Gully lying about his jewelry. Now, I'm also going to include a jewelry expert at the end to show you, if you're interested in knowing how you break down the value, weight, and purity of gold. I'm tired of this dude lying and pretending. If he has a $41,000 chain in a house that cost about $65,000 when it was bought, and it has $38,000 in equity now, and he got a used 2013 Benz E350 station wagon, E-Class, 2013, but he got a $41,000 chain. Does any of us believe this? Does any of us believe that his jeweler, now he gonna want us to believe that his jeweler's from New York City or London or Los Angeles or something. I don't know where his jeweler's from. I don't know where his jewelry come from. I know that his jewelry does not cost $41,000. Every single one of those little teeny pieces that's hollow. Like, it's like an egg with no yolk in it. If he drop it, it will crack. But you tell me what you think. Make sure you watch the video all the way to the end where the gold expert breaks down how you weigh gold, the value of gold. Also, if you're interested, if I'm telling the truth or not, you can always Google the price of gold. He has no gold that's gone up in 6 to 9 months over 120% in value. This boy a liar. You telling me he got more money in value in gold around his neck than the house he lives in? That don't make sense. He live in Erie, Pennsylvania, bro. If he had a $41,000 chain, he could purchase at least 2 of the houses that he lives in. He lives in his mama house. Ask him, do he live in his mama house? And ask him to change the smoke detector batteries. Free the man. Stop believing these dudes.
Actually talking about the difference in value and purity of all the primary carats of gold, so 10, 14, and 18. And what I mean by that, guys, is in gold jewelry, generally it's going to be either 10, 14, or 18 karat. Now, also in this video, we're going to teach you how to calculate the value of each one of these, as well as figure out the value for any carat of gold, whether it's 22 or 8 or any of the other carats out there, all the way down to even 1. And additionally, after this video is over, you're going to know exactly how to tell how much the gold in anything is worth, as long as you know exactly what the carat is. It's actually pretty darn simple, so let's get into it. And guys, really quickly, before we get started, I do want to say, if you like this video and you want to see more like this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out in the future. Okay, so in front of us, guys, we have 10, 14, and 18 karat gold. This is a gold, and these are gold wedding bands right here, and this is a pair of 18 karat gold earrings. So to figure out what exactly the carat of gold value is actually pretty darn simple, because all you have to actually know is that 24 karat is pure gold. And I think most people that know anything about gold know that 24 karat is pure. That's as pure as it gets. And because of that, it's actually really simple to find out the value of any other carat of gold. So what we did is we actually got the calculator here, and we're going to show you very, very simply. So if we know that 24 karat is pure, we can use 1 to represent a whole, or in other words, a 24 karat piece. Now, if we divide this number by 24, you will see that each carat is 0.04166666% pure, or in other words, 0.0417% pure. So now that we know that, we can say, okay, well, I have a 10 karat ring, so this number times 10, there is the purity of 10 karat gold, 0.417. Do you see what I'm saying? Very, very simple. Or we can take this number, we'll take 1 divided by 24 again, and then we can multiply it by 14 for 14 karat. And now we know that 14 karat is 0.583% pure, or in other words, 58.33% pure. And we can do the same for 18 karat. And actually 18 karat is pretty simple math, but if you take 1 divided by 24 and then multiply it by 18, you can see that 18 karat is 75% pure, which makes sense if you were to, divide 24 into 4 parts. 18 karat would be 3 of those parts, so you get the idea of 75%. So knowing that, you can actually calculate how much gold is in anything. So if we take 1 divided by 24, let's say we have an 8 karat ring, so we'll multiply that number by 8. We know that 8 karat is 33.33% pure. Now, knowing that math makes it very, very simple to find out the value of gold.